All right, so episode 18. Mm, we've been putting this episode off for a couple of days now. Not because it's not my fault. It's these niggas' fault. These two, both of them. One could not get his sound settings right. Keeps fucking with his sound settings. The other one, what was your excuse, Jinsei?
I didn't. Y'all took forever to start recording.
This nigga needs to go to sleep. Baby needed his rest. So those two factors combined, putting us behind. Either way, it wasn't my fault. What do we have for today? I have no idea.
We caught up on majority of the anime. I think Jinsei has some questions, and I've been scrambling for new topic ideas. I'm kind of running dry, so I'm trying to be a better host, but that's about it.
Didn't we tell you not to do it dry no more? Tell you to use some form of lubrication.
Jergens, cocoa butter, something. He doesn't get the reference. That's okay. Oh yeah. But just I said he had some questions. How many? Who'd you curate these questions from today?
I don't have an alias for this person, so I can't use their real name. So, what's from somebody?
Let's call this person Baby Doll. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. I'm just saying.
He'll love it.
Just called Baby. All right. Fuck. I had something in my mind that I wanted to talk about, but I'm blanking on it.
You need to eat more carrots, nigga.
Carrots. That's for vision.
I know.
That's what I need to buy.
What is it that you're supposed to eat for memory?
I think it's fish.
I think it's fish too. And this is primarily like this is not something I've actually looked up, but the belief primarily comes from playing old JRPGs, and like they would give you like a fish head, and that would raise your intelligence.
Which one gave you a fish head?
The Breath of Fire series did it for sure.
Never played it.
Yeah, we know.
Mm-hmm. Steven wasn't allowed to play video games back in the day. They had the devil in them.
We had Super. What do you mean? I played like all the Final Fantasies.
No, I didn't.
I'm playing Final Fantasy 6.
Nah, your parents tricked you. They brainwashed you into thinking that you actually played them, but you didn't.
Hey, that's kind of crazy because it's probably true. Hey,
I only speak the truth. There is no room for lies here. So it's fish for memory, carrots for like your eyesight, right?
What about strength? Like getting stronger.
Protein. That's in like Final Fantasy games. That was in. It was also in the Breath of Fire games. To raise your strength, you'd eat protein. It's just called protein. And then what was agility? Like your speed.
fucking feathers. We eating feathers out here.
No. I think it was in the Breath of Fire series. It was a swallow's eye. I think.
We eating bird eyes out here.
I think so.
I'm gonna be slow as hell because I can't do that. That's Chewy. Just looking at my insides as I swallow, I don't like it.
Taste that cataracts. And I just imagine like biting into an eyeball and it's like a gusher.
Nah. You're not doing it.
So I have a question about these carrots.
Okay.
If you eat like a ton, like I'm saying like a lot, like a couple, like say like 20 or 30 or even 50 like a day for the whole year or so, would that fix your eyes? Like so you don't have to wear any glasses at all, or you always end up having to be wearing glasses?
If carrots could cure like stigmatisms in eyes, I'm pretty sure optometrists would not have a job.
Good point.
Nah, fuck that. Go buy 7 bags of carrots and eat those every day from now on, Steven. So at work, people just don't see Steven eating fucking carrots. They're like, man, what's going on? He gonna start walking around with no glasses on, thinking he's all good, and he gonna keep running into shit. Just let that shit happen. I'm gonna record it, Kyle. We're gonna send it. We're gonna play that in the background.
Okay. Yeah, Steven. If you eat carrots, your eyes get better. Eventually, they correct themselves. You don't have to worry about glasses, contacts, going to doctors, anything like that. So just go buy some carrots.
I've also heard the side effect of eating too many carrots will actually make your skin turn orange. Not even lying.
Hey, that's what your parents told you to make you blind on purpose. So you can't let them do that to you, Steven.
I don't fall for brainwashing.
Oh, yes, you do.
I'm my own person.
You're your own person who is easily brainwashed. Easily brainwashed. Like you don't even need rhyme or reason. Trump. Fool.
You know, that man came up to me. He was like, "Hey, Brandon, what you think? You think I should go storm the Capitol?" Hey, hey, Steven. Not you, buddy. Not you. Thank
Come on, I'll make a video and put it on Anime Alley. Dress up as Naruto.
No, I don't want
Hey,
to get shot.
if you watch the storm of the Capitol and you're seeing Steven doing an Naruto run as he led the pack, like what would you just record it and put the Naruto music in the background?
Yes, I would.
Speaking of storming, remember when they tried to storm raid Area 1? Or
Area 51.
Yeah, Area 51.
Yeah, it was the fool's errand. They got nowhere. Were you there too? You were there too, weren't you?
Why would I travel
God damn it.
8 hours for that sort of thing and get shot at?
Because other Republicans are doing it.
You know what?
It's unfair. Was it
Chicken.
just Republican? Was it just Republican?
I'm gonna create my own. What is it? The word? I'm gonna create my own party and have a fourth group. That's what I'm gonna do.
What are you talking? Oh, you're talking about like politics?
Political party.
Wouldn't it be a third?
No, because there's already a third. That's the third one. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
What's the third one, Steven?
Liberals.
No, you idiot.
Aren't liberals like they're more like solo? Like they don't really have a side.
No, you're thinking independence. But independence is not a political party. In fact, they're the only two major political parties right now are Democrats and Republicans. You have a bunch of other uh parties like the Green Party and Labor Party and shit like that, but they're too small. Like they don't even get to put a candidate up for like serious election like that. Like they're too small to receive government funding. They don't get enough votes.
Will they ever get big enough?
It's very unlikely. The way that our political system is set up, It's ridiculously hard for any other political party to gain any real prominence. Like to the point where I want to. It's possible, but the chance of it actually happening, in my opinion, is pretty much none.
Okay.
Yep, so I just destroyed your party. Sorry. What were we gonna call your party if you got it off the ground?
The Otaku Party or some bullshit.
No.
Whatever he was trying to call the podcast way back when. What episode is this?
This
18.
is episode 18. Otaku
Damn.
picnic.
I thought that
Otaku
was a pretty good one.
bros. What was some other ones that you came up with, Steven?
The anime club, I think, was one.
The anime club.
But there were I thought they had some pretty good ones. But Night Sky podcast actually has a nice ring to it.
Otaku picnic was my favorite.
Did I actually come up with that one myself?
Yes,
He did not say Otaku Picnic.
he did. He said Otaku picnic.
I threw a lot of names out there.
Yeah, he was flinging they all started with either anime or otaku. Otaku bros, and I was making fun of him because I was like, "What? So we like bang bros, except we just watch anime."
No, Steven too innocent to know what Bang Bros is.
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, that's the shit he was watching when his father banned him from half of the internet. Come on, man, you should know this.
That just brought me back some memories I didn't want to bring back.
Bring back.
Anyway.
Nah, dog, you were never allowed to name any show that I'm on. In fact, when we do the episode on your channel, we have to name your channel something else until the episode is out and done. So instead of Anime Alley, it's going to be something not lame.
I'm thinking it's just going to be like a Log Horizon title.
Yeah, that works.
It's going to be a video of its own, if that makes sense.
I mean, as long as it's not Anime Alley, I'm cool. Just if you had to rename his anime review channel, what would you rename it? It's got to be something Steven centric. You know this nigga.
I don't know. Like it's not something that I could come up with because I'm trying to come up with something good. But yeah, it's like I don't know if I can come up with it on the spot. Have you put thought into this before and like you know your answer or what?
Me, no. I just literally just asked a question off the top of my head.
I just feel like you, hater of all things, of rhetoric. Like you would just have a name ready. Like this is what your channel name should be.
Shitty poo poo pee pee garbage. No. I'm just kidding. No, it was just a question that just popped in my head. I don't have an actual answer for it. It's not something I've given any thought to.
All right, let me ask you guys this: like, is Anime Alley? Like, I don't care either way. Like, you guys think it's a bad name or what? I could take.
He made his channel. How many years ago did you make this channel?
Like, it's going on like a good 6 or 5 years now.
Why do you always? I don't mean to answer your question with a question, but why do you do that? Why do you like instead of saying 5 or 6, you say 6 or 5?
I like
to be dyslexic. I like you got that extra chromosome.
All the time. It's like, hey, so how long have you guys known each other for? 10 or 9 years? Like, what? That throws me off every single time you do it.
I feel
Steven is.
It's just my speciality.
Speciality.
Okay. I don't think. Oh, whatever. The count, but backwards. 10, 9. Kill me.
Who's a popular anime reviewer? Because I don't have anybody on like YouTube.
GB reviews is 500,000.
I don't watch anime review channels, so I have no idea.
I'm kind of trying to step away from the whole weekly episode reviews off of my channel. I'm trying to do more unique videos, like say like I'm trying to get you guys to watch Wonder Egg Priority, which you guys are sleeping on, even though it's Magical Girl anime and like it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm like I did a video that said I was wrong about Wonder Egg Priority. Boom! Like 500 views later, it did pretty well, and I'm like, oh dang, I gotta change up my taste a little bit.
Blah!
I also probably don't entirely get on YouTube and explore like I probably should.
I just feel like I get where you're coming from, Jinsei, but I feel like we don't have enough time for that. Like just like browsing YouTube endless amounts of hours like we used to.
Who's we?
Well, generally speaking, adults have to do more like adult stuff rather than like what teenagers and kids used to do. Like I feel like majority of the adult population had to do like go out work and stuff like that.
Hmm. Sure.
Although I did have an interesting story today, if you guys want to hear it now or later.
Good.
So during my day, I have to do the specific job that's in my task I have to get done every day, and they're called like taking the bad food and throwing it away. So we have to separate the meat from the like non-meat stuff, if that makes any sense. So like I'm taking out the non-meat stuff, and we have like these garbage trash cans like in the very back of the store. So like I'm lugging my my cart to uh the trash cans or whatever they're called, the garbage area, and then this homeless person comes out of nowhere, kind of freaked me out a little bit. Like it doesn't really like it happens. Like it happened to me like 4 times, maybe the whole entire time. But it hasn't happened to me in a long time. And this guy, he had a mask on, so he knew about COVID. But he was hiding behind the the cardboard, the bales of cardboard, and he was like, "Hey, you got any cans in that in those boxes of yours?" I said, "No, it's just bad food." And then I continue on to doing my throwing away the process, like I threw the food away, and then he gets closer a little bit. I stopped for a minute doing what I was doing, and like he asked me what time it was, and I said it's around 2:40, and then he proceeded to get closer. And he said he couldn't hear me what I said earlier. And then I yelled a little bit louder. And I think that startled him. And he left in a quite quick manner. Kind of scared me a little bit because he was like...
This man was out there yelling like it was a rape whistle.
It kind of scared me a little bit. Like,
I'm throwing away the food! Help!
Oh, man. I bet he could see me like get more intense. Like, I don't know what it was. This man was bigger than I was. And
he was like, okay, I can't rape this one. This one's ready. This one's ready to run in and give him more.
We jumped out like, you got any cans?
But oh my gosh, like that kind of like freaks me out a little bit because like generally like in the whole 5 years I've been working at our job, that happened maybe like 3 times. So it generally doesn't happen. But like why today of all days, I do not know. But like he was getting closer and closer, and it was making me uncomfortable for real.
Was that last week when I told the story of calling out Steven's name in the parking lot and he couldn't tell who it was?
Oh no, that was like 2 days ago.
Did I tell that story, Kaho?
Mm-mm.
So I'm out on lunch with like two of the homies sitting in the homies backseat. Steven pulled up, right? I see him, he get out of his car. He surveys the area. This is how I know Steven scary as fuck. He surveys the area. Make sure it's okay for him, go ahead and walk to the check-in station. I look out the window and I'm like, hey, Steven. So he looks over and the homie's windows roll down and he's looking at the homie, but he don't recognize him. So he stops right dead in his track. It was like a fucking cat, like when a cat sees you out in public, and he slinks back to his car. This man was about to get back in his car and drive away. This is what he was about to do. He was about to drive away and go home because somebody called his name in the parking lot and he didn't know who it was.
Well, I figured out who it was eventually, but I couldn't see Brand Jinsei in the back. But if I knew it, like eventually, because like our homie is like dressing in a jacket, which I don't normally see him in a jacket like that. So
Steve, that man was like, not today.
What did they catch you doing? What were you doing out there?
He wasn't doing nothing.
Nah, they caught him doing something.
He had his hand in his pocket, right? Like he was about to go to the trunk and get the blinky and just spray the whole entire parking lot up. He's like, "These is not killing me in the parking lot at Walmart. I'm not dying in the parking lot at Walmart. That shit is crazy as fuck, bro."
hold up, what was the homie thinking about? Like after he realized like what was going on?
That man was staring at you. You was staring at him. Bro, you know that one fucking gif of Puffy and he's on that show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where Puffy stared at the dude staring at him. That was Steven. That's that moment. He was staring at him. I was staring at him. Who gonna make the first move? You know? I was in the backseat cracking out. I was like, this fucking doesn't know who you are in the parking lot.
Good times, good times. I pieced it together like after a good minute.
You can always tell when a motherfucker ain't breathing in public. You know what I mean? And Steven was definitely not breathing.
Well,
he needs to if he's breathing, then it lowers his ability to hear by just that much. So he's gotta you can't breathe. You gotta be able to focus your senses, focus your chi, focus your chakra.
Man, kept his hand in his pocket like he had a bag on him.
Okay, I dare you to do that one day, Steven. It's like you're out in the parking lot and somebody makes eye contact with you, and you make eye contact with them. If they don't immediately break the eye contact, just slowly move your hand to the back of your belt, like you're gonna grab your gun, like you got a gun back there.
I don't even have a gun.
I that's not the point. Just you're supposed to pretend that you do, and see what they do.
All right, Kaho. All right.
This nigga gonna get shot in the parking lot at Walmart.
Dude, no, not gonna lie. Like our parking lot is kind of sketch.
That's a Walmart, of course it is.
What you mean, of course? Not at all, of course.
You know how
many Walmart? You go to like the most upscale place in the United States. Find a Walmart there. It's like a little piece of the hood in the middle of suburbia.
Believe it or
not, Walmart like that, dog. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, Jinsei has any like how many people have offered or asked you to have give them drugs? Like I have like at least like I can count the number of people that have asked me for drugs. I don't know what it is about me, but like people always ask me if I'm like
you look like you on drugs. Obviously. Me with my flawless clear skin, they just know I don't fuck with shit like that. This dude over here, he's an herbalist. Like he's all Nah. You look at him. Acne upon acne.
I don't have
he
that.
does drugs.
Anyways, I need a makeover.
A makeover?
I'm about to like spend like $300 to like $500 on clothes.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
tired of box jeans he be wearing all the time. He be wearing a box jeans, Cajo. He can take off his jeans and his jeans are still standing up, like right next.
I wear a belt though.
He's like, I gotta lay down to take these pants off, man. Just slide them off.
Take them off by the ankles. He don't take them off by the waist. That's crazy.
Yeah. How you getting them? Canola oil. Just slide right in.
Hey, I'm down to change up your wardrobe.
How much we
Start
looking
with,
at? Wait, what?
start with your shoes.
All right, hit me with a shoe brand. What shoe brand?
You always go Nike.
Dust busters.
But I feel like when you wear a Nike shoe, like you have to be like into sports like that.
I feel like you're a ridiculous human being, but I don't always just run with that idea. Only when you do, say some ridiculous shit like you just did 30 seconds ago.
Okay, should I wear like a colored shoe or just like a regular black shoe?
Why not get different kinds for different days, Steven?
I mean, that's a lot of money you're looking at. Like a couple hundred here, a couple hundred
Like,
there.
you trying to have a wardrobe. You're not trying to have a fucking a single pair of shoes. Like if you can pack up your entire wardrobe in a backpack, you don't have a wardrobe.
See, that's the thing. Like, I never really think about like buying clothes or whatnot. And like, I don't dress like superly like disgustingly, but like that's what I need to do in life. Like, I need to like fix myself.
To say you need to fix yourself is to say that you're like broken. That's what I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with you dressing like school shooter or whatever. Like that's just what you come off. It's okay. That's style in itself.
Nigga.
Believe it or not, you're not the first one to say that to me.
I believe it.
I'll just say, you want to expand your wardrobe. I'll spend 30 minutes with you shopping somewhere. Don't have to be super expensive.
30 minutes, goddamn.
Where we're talking about? Somewhere local or what?
Yeah, somewhere local. Easy.
I'll be seen in public with you for 1/48th of a day. That's it though.
Hey, you already know if I shop with him for 30 minutes, the rest of it he's gonna be talking. It's gonna be a 2-hour trip, and it's gonna be like him talking for an hour and a half.
Nice. You just got to make sure that you the one who's pushing the basket and you walking hella fast, so that he's like expending his breath to try and catch up as opposed to talk to you.
Should I
He's
go with?
gonna come to work wearing a leather jacket, a different leather jacket every single day.
I would wear leather jackets, but like I don't know. Like I feel like people would be shocked when they see me wearing a leather jacket.
Shot or shocked?
Shocked.
He said, "Shot."
Yeah, I thought he said shot too.
Another thing I want to change like my whole hair appearance too.
Boop, 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 boop. Brrrr. Hello, Jinsei. I like you. Don't come to work tomorrow. I'm wearing the leather jacket. Oh, you crazy, Steven.
All right,
Shooting up your workplace.
we both know I'm not. I'm not that heartless.
Who's we?
Anyways, Kaho, how do you normally dress? Like, what do you like to wear?
It depends on what I'm doing. I'm
Like,
going to work. I just wear all black slacks, hoodie.
when you sit at the house on the computer, what you wear?
Oh, right now I got a t-shirt and some basketball shorts on.
What side? What length are your shorts?
They're like they go down to my knee. like just above my knee. Actually,
Okay, shorty. So what? That don't mean nothing to me.
you asked.
I'm saying, are they 9-inch shorts? Are they 12-inch shorts? Like which?
Oh shit, I don't know. They're just shorts. Just basketball shorts. That's all I know.
When I'm feeling frisky, I lounge around in my 3-inch shorts. You feel me?
3-inch shorts.
Yes.
Don't you live with your family? Like, doesn't that
Hey,
get kind of
but
weird?
no. It's legs. It's apparent. When I'm feeling
What?
frisky though. Well, that's only normally it's the 5-inch shorts. You deal with the 5 inches. That's like a runner short size. 5-inch. That's like standard running shorts.
I'm just saying, like somebody like walk into your bedroom and you just like happen to be at the right angle, and it's just like eye full of ball bag.
No. These
Like,
shorts
hey,
usually
what's up, Brett?
come
Oh, god damn!
with the little liner up inside so you can't fall out. You feel me?
And when we say let your scalp breathe, we don't mean that. We don't mean that fucking scalp.
You know what we should do, Jinsei?
Huh.
If you ever decide to venture out of your home, we should become roommates.
Probably not happening. But yeah, like
Yes, yes, do
no,
that.
um, no. I
Do
like
that.
for people to visit me. I like for people to visit me naked. I don't want Stephen popping up in my room. Hey, I used to having privacy, so I can't respect yours. You know what I mean? Like I can't have that happen.
Oh my! It would be a gold mine if you guys lived together. It'd be a fucking gold mine.
I mean,
It'd be content gold. There would always be something to talk about.
Shorty would be like, "Hey, I'm gonna come over. Can I get that? Can I get the D?" Like, nah, Stephen, I can't have no company. See, going
Can
not
have
be
it
a camera set up.
like why not? We can hear you. Can last time you was here, you heard him breathing outside the door. The nigga always outside the door listening.
It's outside the door.
Yeah, yeah, Brandon, give it to her.
so speaking of kind of like going into a new subject here, like kind of like backpedaling off of like what Brandon's saying that like on or Jinsei saying like on how me and Jinsei still live with our mom and dad in our 30s. Like, why is that becoming more of a trend? And it because like that's not enough like high paying jobs, or like what's the whole like um deal with that?
I don't live with
Um,
my parents. What are you talking about?
Wait, you don't?
No, I am
no.
the parent.
Okay.
The reason why people tend to live with their like not even necessarily their parents, but their families nowadays, especially more so than in the past, is because of the fact that the minimum wage has not gone up, but the price of housing has shot through the roof. Uh, the minimum wage itself, though, has not gone up for several decades. Um, I mean, it used to be back, like back when your grandparents were in college, for example, they could pay their college tuition working at a McDonald's part time or something it's crazy. It's crazy, but that's just the nature of inflation. Um, and then they could work like a gas station job and over after a couple of years be able to buy a house. It's just you prior to because I think the annual inflation rise is 3% on average, sometimes 4%, sometimes lower, sometimes 2%. But the fact that the minimum wage has not been tied to inflation, has not been tied to anything, hasn't even been tied to production. Like I think economists were saying if the minimum wage in the United States were tied to inflation or tied to production, it would be somewhere between $26 to $32 an hour or something like that. Um, but it just hasn't been. So, I mean, the federal minimum wage is what, 7.25 still? Just think about that. Your grandparents used to make like $1.50 an hour back in the day working at a McDonald's, but the cost of college tuition is like $100, $150, or something like that for an entire year. So, but and then nowadays, like the federal minimum wage is still 7.25, and then like the average cost of tuition at a college that isn't a public is like $50,000 to $70,000. Just think about that. In 2 generations, the price of tuition has gone from like $150 to $300 on average to $50,000 to $70,000 on average.
That's crazy.
It is, and it works the same way with housing. Like the price of land, the price of hell, even rentals has gone up ridiculously high.
Do you
And do I what?
do you think with the economy right now, like, do you think we could ever see somebody work minimum wage ever, like get their own home, or is that like theoretically impossible?
No, it is actually impossible. Like on the federal minimum wage, it is impossible for a single person to even rent in any state, not in any city, but in any state. On average, if you were making the federal minimum wage, you could not even rent an apartment. Just going by average apartment prices, there may be some underliers out there. You may find like a Roach Motel that was converted into an apartment complex, and they're charging motherfuckers $400 a month or something like that. But you got rats and shit. But if you take the average cost of living in any state in the United States of America, and then you have a person live in any of those states making the federal minimum wage, they cannot pay rent by themselves. They have to live with family. They have to have roommates. They have to, I don't know, turn tricks. Go suck some dick or something. Otherwise, that person will never be able to make rent by themselves. The federal minimum wage is called the starvation wage for a reason.
Jinsei, have anything to say?
No, I mean, I think we said it. I've said it at least like twice before, but it's like statistically, especially in California, they say financially speaking, it's best to stay home with your parents till 35.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad, but we're talking about a bunch of people beforehand who was like at 18, they had to move out.
At 16, they could afford to move out. Like I said, since the federal minimum wage has not gone up, just think about that. Like, think about making $7.25 like 60, 70 years ago. Just think about that, and then compare that to like they. I remember my dad would tell me, like, when he was a little boy, his mom, my grandma, would send him to the store with like two quarters, and he would come back with like bread, milk, butter, like, all the essentials. He would come back with all that shit for 50 cents. 50 cents. How much does bread cost nowadays?
Like
How much
four,
does a jug of milk cost nowadays?
like $4 and $4 for bread, give or
That's
take.
crazy, right?
Bread you can get is probably $1.
If you want like
In a
You get
grocery store, cheapest bread you can get elsewhere is probably cheaper at like a mom and pop shop or some shit like that.
oh yeah, but like you go to the store with 50 cents in your pocket, and you come back with 2 grocery bags full of groceries. Like 8-year-old, 9-year-old kid. How much does a pack of butter cost? I know this because I've been to Walmart recently, but as the Walmart aficionados, how much is a package of butter cost? Salted butter.
98 cents.
No, not one stick, a pack. Like the
$8.
one with 4 in them.
98 cents. Man, what are you talking about?
That's like $6.
It's not 98 cents. You're crazy. Yeah, the
What, sticks of
one
butter?
for four full sticks of butter. Like I was just at Walmart last week, just bought butter for 4 sticks of butter. It was $3.99, $3.98 actually, but still. So just like take that and then fucking compare that. 2 quarters. 2 quarters. My dad was able to purchase 2 grocery bags full of groceries. That's the power of fucking inflation. I don't like when I say power. It sounds like I'm giving a positive connotation to it, and I don't mean that. But you know what you understand what I'm saying.
Inflation sucks.
It does. It's and unfortunately, it's just like it's unavoidable. What is avoidable though is tying the living standards of the citizens of this country to inflation. But it probably will never be done. In case I needed to actually say this, it's primarily due to actions taken by the people that you root for, Stephen.
Gotcha.
Do you know where trickle down economics came from?
Trump?
No.
I do not.
Correct side, but not Trump. You don't know which
Republican Party?
president. Well, yeah, but which Republican president put trickle down economics
Obama?
into who?
Obama? Or was he Democrat?
That's funny that you have to actually ask that question. But Obama was a Democrat, yes.
Well, I was pretty sure, but I was like pretty sure, but like
Have you ever heard of Reaganomics?
somewhat sounds familiar.
Yeah, you should look into this stuff. You remember like this is I don't even remember which episode. It's definitely one of the earlier episodes. I told you what a useful idiot was. I defined it for you.
I remember that.
Do you remember what words I used to describe what a useful idiot is?
Vaguely. Remember, my memory's not all that there.
I mean, go ahead, just
Any
toss out
more
what you remember. Fish. Toss out what you remember for me.
Somebody who
You
doesn't.
recognize. Okay, go ahead. Actually, go ahead. Go ahead. Let me not interrupt. Go ahead.
Okay, somebody who isn't very smart, but it's still helpful in a different way than putting it the right way.
What were you gonna say, Jensen?
I was gonna say, why can't you just recognize that this man don't remember what you was talking
I
about?
know.
He actually didn't get it 100%, like only 80% wrong. But a useful idiot is someone who is voting against their own interests based solely on what the people leading the party that they subscribe to tells them to. They're usually uninformed people who are told something like it's like if your house is on fire, right? So your house is burning down, and you're out in front of your house like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to do this? And somebody comes up to you and was like, hey, don't don't worry about that. Don't worry that your house is on fire, but don't worry about that because we're gonna get you a new house. Right? We're gonna get you a new house because this law XZ421 says if your house burns down, we get you a new house. And you're like, cool. Who wrote that law? And this guy's like, yeah, it was the Republicans who wrote this law. You're like, cool. Since like Republicans are gonna get me a new house, I'm a Republican now. And then later on, you don't actually get your house. But because you've been convinced at this point that you're going to get a new house, you just hang on to hope. Don't worry, it's coming. They told me it's coming, so it's coming. I'm gonna get my new house. It's never coming. But you've been told something positive, something that you like to hear, something that fits well with your situation or your narrative or whatever the fuck. So now you subscribe to them despite all contrary evidence, despite the fact that you never got your house, despite the fact that trickle down economics never actually worked. You still subscribe to the Republican Party just because they told you what you wanted to hear in the moment. As such, you are at a house. You know, the current economical system by which we are governed is not helping people on the lower rung of society. But you still say Republicans are right. I want to be a Republican, and that's why I call you a useful idiot, because you're useful for them.
But not for yourself.
No, you're working against your own interests. You're voting against your own self-interest. You're advocating against your own self-interests. And you don't even need to use a hypothetical. You don't even need to go back to the Ronald Reagan era. Just like look at all the shit that Trump promised. How much of that shit got done?
Not very much.
Yeah, like how much of it got done completely? None of it. The only thing that Trump was able to actually do is appeal the ACA, and he couldn't even do it permanently.
Did anybody even like him in presidency?
Roughly 25 to 35% of the country are like diehard Trump fans. You know, which is going to tear the Republican Party apart because like I don't know if you paid attention to the impeachment trial, but he was acquitted today or yesterday, technically.
Oh wait, it went through?
No, acquitted means he got off, meaning he was not impeached, or he was impeached but he wasn't. Uh, he was impeached in the Senate, I think, but he wasn't impeached in the House. And what that means, like if he was impeached, it would prevent him from running in the future again.
Can he run again now?
Yes, he can because he was acquitted. And this is let me open this message because I made a joke about this earlier in my group chat with Holly. All right, it says this is what the majority of the Senate on the impeachment says. They say, nah, Trump probably didn't mean it like that and probably won't do it again, so it's okay to acquit him. And then Trump, immediately after being acquitted, says, my movement has only just begun.
Didn't like a few months ago he said like I'm going to Russia or something along those lines?
I don't know. I don't remember that. But the point of the joke is the fact that he was acquitted based on the idea that he had enough he had enough like fuck what is the word? I'm blanking on the well, it's two words technically. But I'm blanking on the words. Basically, he hit his tracks just well enough that he couldn't be fully tied to the shit that he had said, the shit that set off the riots, not the riots, the storming of the Capitol. Right? So he was acquitted for that. And then this part isn't even a joke. Immediately afterwards, he said this. He said, "My movement has only just begun." So think if you were think if you got beat up by somebody at work. Not at work. Somebody in the parking lot. Somebody just beat your ass in the parking lot. Whop whop whop. Left you on the floor, knotted up, fucking busted lip, black eye, all that shit. Right? And then so you go to the police and the police find this person and they start questioning him and he tells them, "What? No, I would never do that. I wouldn't hurt anybody. I would never hurt a fly. I would never hurt a Steven." And the cops are like, "Okay. Well, he says he would never hurt a Steven, so." And then cops start walking away, and then this guy turns to you and he's like, "I'll see you tomorrow, same place, same ass beating." Like he just goes beyond implying what he just said he will never do, he's going to do tomorrow. Like that's exactly what Trump did right after he got acquitted. Like on some OJ Simpson shit.
So
Like how how OJ Simpson he got acquitted of the whole like murdering his wife thing and then immediately made a book called If I Had Done It.
so he basically admitted that he did kill his wife.
He's got plausible deniability on his side. He can say that and he can't be persecuted or prosecuted for it.
Have you read the book?
What, OJ Simpson's book?
Mm-hmm.
Hell no. I ain't buying that book. I wouldn't. Yeah, I was never even an OJ Simpson fan. Like, why would I buy that book? But still, it's the optics. It's the implication behind doing something like that. Like, who the fuck does that? And by law, he can't be tried on that again. He can't be tried for it again. Same with Trump. He can't be tried for this shit again. So he can just say whatever the fuck he wants to now.
First of all, if somebody beat me up in the parking lot and went to the police and got away with it, next time if he like turned back and said, "Hey, I'm gonna beat you up in the parking lot again," I'm gonna be prepared that time.
Oh yeah, what if it's like he comes back and it's him and like 6 of his homies? We're off track here, but still. What if it's like him and 6 of his homies and they all just like drag you off to the back of an alley and hold you down while this dude jacks you off?
with some lotion, so it's something you ain't never.
Yeah.
And it's gotta take it.
Just pull the pants down, be like, "Damn, aren't you white? Why your dick so ashy? Let me get some jergens real quick."
And then remember every single one of their faces and then grind it into my memory.
Another school shooter has been born.
Nah. What you talking about? He's going to ingrain all of their faces, all of their beautiful visages into his memory because they just gave this man the best day of his life. He's gotta find him.
You gotta recognize like what would truly happen in that situation. He gets jacked up. He thinks it's all over, and then all of a sudden you hear, "Hey, flip him over." Your cheeks clapped.
Speaking of
Rape jokes.
God, I love him. So, how does one get stronger with death their body? Is that even possible? I know.
You work out and then you eat properly to nurture like growing muscles.
Is it
What do you mean?
So, like, kind of like picking. I know we talked about like working out and whatnot, but like actually like going through with it. Like, say you do like sit ups and push ups, like just doing like body like self body stuff. Can that get you stronger?
Just calisthenics, yeah. Yeah, shit works. I mean, As long as you know what you're doing, as long as you don't hurt yourself. Yeah, you can do. You can get strong, or you can like even build muscle just doing purely calisthenics.
Doesn't it take a little while though?
Like I said, as long as you know what you're doing, it doesn't take any longer than it would, like if you were using like actual iron. You just have to know how to properly apply your body weight. Because like, there's nothing special about lifting a dumbbell. It's just weight. You could do the same if you had a jug full of water. You could do the exact same shit. All you have to do is make sure that you have the correct amount of weight, and that you know how to use that weight. Otherwise, like, it doesn't really matter where the weight comes from as long as you're using weight to strain your muscles. Because when you do that, you tear the fiber on your muscles. You get like these little micro tears, and then you eat properly. You eat proteins in order to, and then proteins get in your bloodstream. They travel to those micro tears and they fill them in, and it heals over, and that's how like you're you could you could think of your muscles technically as just scar tissue, just building on top of itself over and over and over and over, and you get bigger muscles like that. It's not actually scar tissue, but it's just like, I'm pretty sure you have a scar somewhere on your dainty, fragile porcelain body.
I got that butter knife scar from that butter knife a few weeks ago.
Yeah. So then scars are usually raised, right? Like they stand out from your skin, from your normal skin. It's like that. So think if you had cut your entire body up, and then your entire body had filled in, healed up, but it was just a little tiny bit bigger because it built on top of the skin, as opposed to just filling it in. It built on top of the skin. That's how muscle grows.
Now, if one, if say I started working out, how many push-ups and sit-ups would you need to do a day?
It depends on, well, there's a science behind the whole shit. It really depends on your body type. It depends on how much you currently weigh, on how many calories you put into your body. How many of those calories are like proteins and carbs and shit. Like there's a whole lot behind it. It's too complex of an answer to give a simplified answer to. It wouldn't do it any justice. But if you wanted to get started, um, I think it's what you do, like 10-10 and then failure,
Wait, what is
if
failure?
you can. You do 10 push-ups, right? And then you take like a 10-second break, 15-second if you're a bitch. 10 more push-ups, another 10, 15 seconds, and then you do push-ups until you can't do anymore. Like that's when it comes to calisthenics, you usually end off on a failure. And failure just means you can't do anymore. So push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks, mountain climbers, whatever the fuck it is that you want to do that only involves your body weight.
Speaking of,
Unless they're like really hard and strenuous. Like, I don't mean to cut you off, but like, it's worth saying to make sure that you don't hurt yourself. Like squats, for example, your legs kind of important. Um, Most people can get away with like tiring their arms out to the point where they are sore the next day. Your legs are kind of different though, because especially if you're standing up, walking around a supermarket for 8-9 hours a day, like don't do your legs like that.
what do you mean? Like, don't do your legs? Like, don't use them as much, or
You want to set a goal. Don't do failure, is what I'm saying. So like do 10, well, squats. You can do more squats because your legs should be stronger. But just for the sake of example, instead of doing 10-10 failure, you would do like 10-10-7 for squats. You don't want to tire your legs out too much unless you have like the next day or next couple of days off. Like ask anyone who has been like who's like I haven't really been to the gym or I haven't been active for like a week or so. Ask anyone to go and do like 50 squats. They're going to be in bed the next day and probably like not wanting to leave bed the day after that. And like the reason for that is because you are when you're walking around, you're applying pressure, you're applying uh, uh you're 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 wearing down your leg muscles all day long that you're standing up. You're supporting your entire upper body weight with your legs. And it's different because if you tire your arms out when you're sitting down, you're walking around, like hell, even in most positions, like if your arms are up in the air, you're not supporting anything, but your legs are always support. So it just feels like 3, 4, even 5 times worse on your legs because you can't go anywhere without using your legs. So you have to take care of your legs. As Jensei with his busted up fucking ankle, you have to take care of your legs.
Well, you shouldn't be rolling on it while playing basketball in the first place.
Yeah, it was weird. Everybody get your roll on. Nigga, that ain't what they mean.
All right, y'all get your shit off. Go ahead.
Shoot, Jinsei.
Can't dish out the jokes if you can't take them, so it's all good.
Anyway, here's another question about the whole workout thing, because like working out has been kind of back in my mind lately. I just haven't like actually like bunkered down and actually like started doing it. I did a few push-ups here and there, but I feel like that's not enough. Like, how come when you're like working at work, since we all do like manual labor at work, why are we not getting stronger as much as you think that you would for working there 8 hours a day?
You do some shit every day or 5 days of the week, your body gets used to it.
Yeah, it's called plateauing. Like that's why when people build muscle and like get stronger, they build that endurance. They typically have to put on more weight on their barbell or pick up a heavier dumbbell or something in order to continue that pattern of growth. Because once you get used to it, once you plateau, you cease that growth because like your body just becomes used to it.
Huh, that's very interesting.
Yeah, and then you have to take into consideration like when you're working like you're at Walmart, right? Say you're in the fridge, you're in the Frigidaire doing the freezer stuff, right?
Right.
So you got like a pallet, you maybe have like I don't know 60 boxes on your pallet, let's say. So you go and you pull those boxes off, and those boxes might weigh like 5-10 pounds each. So you pull it off, put it in on a whatever the fuck you do, a tray, a rack, up your ass. I don't know. Whatever you do with it, you pull it off, you put it there, and you do this for all 60 of the things on this pallet. These things only weigh like 5 pounds each, at the most, right? So then, in you're like, I still feel fine. That's fine. But then you go to the gym later on that day, and you pick up a dumbbell that weighs 20 pounds and then you curl that dumbbell 10 times and you're like damn, well I just picked up 60 boxes of 5 pounds and put them away and I only curled this dumbbell 10 times and my arm is tired as fuck. Why is that? And that's because those muscle fibers in your arm, like your arms are strong enough at this point that 5 pounds doesn't put enough stress on your muscles to cause them to tear. But the 20-pound shit though, just rip you apart. Like that's where the saying "getting ripped" comes from.
Gotcha. So here's another question on top of another question here. if I did the whole my own body workout routine for a whole month,
Calisthenics.
calisthenics, do you think within a month I can see results if I did it every day?
First of all, a month is kind of short term. Like, if you're doing it hard enough that you can see results within a month, you're gonna fuck your body up, son. Like, you need to let your body rest. Building muscle is not something that you want to do quickly. Um, but that being said, if you were to stress your body like that, yeah, you could see changes, not like super definitive changes, but you would be able to see changes within a month, yes. As long as you are as long as you are applying like the correct amount or well, first the correct form and the correct amount of like repetitions, and then you're feeding your body correctly, and then you're also resting your body as well. But like the resting part is if you want to see like big gains within a month, then you're probably not doing the resting part enough, and that's going to fuck you up.
I generally sleep give or take 8 to 7 hours a day.
8 to 7, 7, 8. I mean, yeah, and that's good, but it's not just like the amount of sleep that you get that counts as rest. It's the days where you don't go out and work out, where you don't do your mountain climbers. Like, you don't want to do those every day. You're gonna fuck your legs up. You're gonna fuck your joints up. Like, your body needs time to heal from the stress. So I would say, like, if you wanted to see, and this is just going based on an assumption in my head as to what you mean by see results. I would say give it 3 to 4 months, not 1 month. But it's a long term investment, not even that long, but it is an investment, and you have to feed it slowly. You have to feed your body slowly. The pain, and then you get the gain. Yeah, don't expect to like work yourself out for a month and then fucking come out jacked like you're a fucking WWE star or something. It's gonna take a while, Steven. It's gonna take a while.
Now, should I start these workouts before or after work?
I don't know your routine, so it really depends.
Well, in the morning, I wake up, I shower, and then I get on my computer for like 3 hours, 4 hours in the morning, if I'm not at Tiffany's, of course. And then I go to work, and then I come back, and then get on my computer again. And then when I'm at Tiffany's, I drive over around 8:30, get there at 9, sleep uh, over there for about another hour, then wake up, and then go outside, and that's about it.
Mm, how long do you tip when you get off of work? How long do you typically stay awake?
Well, if we're not having an episode night, roughly till like 12:01.
Can you get off at 10?
Correct.
I would say do them after work. And the reason I say that is because your body heals the most while you're asleep. Like, you burn the most calories while you're sleeping. Uh, in that, while burning calories, you provide energy. Your body provides energy, nutrients and sustenance for your muscles and blah blah blah. I would say take like you get off work, come home, walk up the stairs. Take off your pants as you walk up the stairs, like I do. Um, chill for a moment, and then set up your routine. Write down what it is that you're gonna do, because having this is it's in the same vein as doing the what's it called, the timestamps. Like, if you have it in front of you, if you can see it, it's a lot easier to put your mind to it. Because the whole out of sight, out of mind thing. Don't just think about your routine. Write it down. So you get home, you get naked, close your door because you don't want your dad seeing you willy. write down your routine, and then hit your routine. It's like there's not that much more to it.
Okay, sounds good. And you know what? Maybe I don't know if the audience is for this, but maybe this would be like a segment on the weekly uh, podcast.
What, talking fitness?
Yep.
I don't know about weekly. You can have discussions about it, but we're too freeform for that. Like we've never talked about fitness like this before. We talked about it before, but never like this much. It's just something we can do it in freeform. We don't need to to set it in stone or anything like that. On top of that, like I don't know, like how many people do you know that watch this podcast that come here that come here for fitness advice? I'd probably say none. Like if you're gonna, those are decisions that need to be made after consulting with your audience, and I don't think at this moment there's any clamoring for calisthenic calisthenics with Kaho.
Got it. Okay. Fine by me.
Yeah, yeah. Just keep that in your hat for now. Just say, why aren't you talking? Nigga, we talking about working out and shit. You're supposed to be talking. You know about this shit.
I mean, but like we originally discussed beforehand, Steven's doing a lot of talking today, and I'm just chilling. I'm here though. I'm here. Let Steven get his shit off. You feel?
Hmm.
You're not pulling a sleepy town Jinsei over there, are you?
No, I've been sitting here reading shit like mining Bitcoin and shit like that.
Speaking of Bitcoin,
To the moon.
remember like how Bitcoin like nobody like bought into it, like everybody thought it was gonna be like a whole nother like scam and whatnot, and like people like mined it and like made a heck of money off it.
To the moon. Shit, I wish I had bought some Bitcoin back when it was like $20 each. I didn't actually know. I mean, I know it was down like to like $2, $3 each, but I didn't know anything about Bitcoin back then. Once like it became a thing that was just like in my periphery in general, it was already like $20 per coin.
Do you know what is that now, Kaho?
I think it was like $800 or something.
For
Let me
one
see.
for one coin?
Let me double check.
Also, what does Bitcoin actually do?
Cryptocurrency. What do you mean? What does it do?
Like, is there a way to invest in it or no?
Yeah, you purchase the coins. Bitcoin. Oh shit! Bitcoin at the moment, one Bitcoin is 48,800.
Yeah, I was gonna let you just read it. It's like, when you say 800, I was like, no, nigga, no. $800 you'd be willing to put into a Bitcoin for what it costs.
So if I get like, man, if I could go back in time, that's one of the like. Well, first of all, I'd be investing in the companies that are ridiculously successful right now. But I would also be like, oh shit, Bitcoin $3 each. Let me open my piggy bank. Ka-chink. Here we go. I'll take 100 Bitcoins, please.
If you knew stuff, like if you went back in time, would that actually alter reality if you'd like invested, like say like Bitcoin, with like even like if you're not like invest all of it, like but just enough to make like a lot of money down the road, would that like mess up like the entire like ecosystem or no?
Ecosystem. You mean would it have a butterfly effect?
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know enough about uh chronology, I guess. I don't know enough about time travel to answer that question with any like authority. But if we go up like based off of like the butterfly theory, then or the butterfly effect, maybe it would. I don't know because like I think it's a little bit different than like say going back and saving someone from falling off of a cliff when you know that they're gonna fall off of a cliff. Because like Bitcoin is it's cryptocurrency. It's you can't touch it. You know, it's intangible. It's a concept, just like money in a bank. Shorty, what you drank. You
Imagine.
know,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
it's not necessarily imaginary. It's just it's like I said, it's intangible. You can't touch it. Like you can save someone from dying, but you can't like hold a Bitcoin in your hand because it's cryptocurrency. To that end, I think that it wouldn't have as like large of an effect, but I don't know. It might still have some sort of effect. I don't know. You never know because they like the whole butterfly effect shit. Like it says that if a butterfly were to beat its wings a different way or something like that, it could cause like some massive shift on the other side of the world. Like it could probably cause a tornado or something. Like, you never know. All kinds of shit can happen.
We don't have technology though to actually go back in time.
Obviously not. I mean, if we did, and no, you know what? I don't even want to entertain that idea because that's just gonna attract a whole bunch of fucking conspiracy theorists, and then we're gonna have a fucking audience full of Stevens. Say, what would you do if you could go back in time?
We went over this already.
No. I'm talking about right now, based on this conversation. What would you do? You go back in time 3 days. What would you do?
3 days.
3 days, nigga.
Yeah, I do the same shit I did, bro. 3 days ago, I was chilling at the house. 3 days. That's not a lot going on in those 3 days.
All right, check it out, check it out. New hypothetical. You got 15 minutes from right now, and then after those 15 minutes are up, you go back in time 3 days. What are you doing in those 15 minutes?
That's a crazy ass situation. You telling me I got 15 minutes? I know I got 15 minutes. I'm
Yeah,
sitting here like I got 15 minutes left. 15 minutes.
15 minutes, and then you're being tossed back in time 3 days.
And then from those 3 days, I'm living like normal. Those 3 days, but I just have the knowledge I have
Yep.
at this moment.
You have 3 days worth of foresight. Perfect
Saturday?
clarity.
Sunday?
Hmm?
I'm sitting here on the computer talking to you. I go straight to the Lotto website. I look at the numbers.
There you go.
Yes. Yes.
I think isn't everybody's end game goal to set up themselves to be like financially free?
I mean, I guess it depends. Like some people would like usually people who already have money, but some people are like, I don't really care about material possessions. I want to make the world a better place, etc., etc.
It's not necessarily just to make the world a better place. It's really just, I guess, selfish. Like, just I want to not have to worry about anything for generations to come.
Yeah, I mean, the only people who probably wouldn't want that are the people who are like, oh, I don't want to have any material possessions because X, Y, and Z. But yeah, I'd say the majority of people would. Yeah, that probably applies to them. It applies to me.
So, I mean, I think like no matter what, the goal is to set up like generational wealth, whether I'm like investing in some shit that I'm not gonna touch for like 40 years and be like, surprise, got big money. Or, I'd luck into some shit.
Is that what you would want to do though? Like, would you rather keep money until your golden years, and then, but like, what about when you're young? Like, what about you, young, dumb?
Young, dumb, and full of cum.
I wasn't gonna say that, but yeah,
Full of cum.
young, dumb, and broke.
It's almost, but I'm almost like a minimalist. Like I don't need much to be happy. You seen the pictures of me earlier, bro? I look giddy as fuck. You know what I
You
mean?
did. Yeah.
Really don't need much. It's just like it's not about me when I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about everybody who comes after me.
So what you're saying is you wouldn't have some money now so that you could just like, I don't know, buy a penthouse over in Japan and just travel over there to fucking anime town whenever the fuck you want to.
It's tough to because it's like I could sit here and just be like my living situation the way it is. Like maybe I make like some improvements to make my man cave. Maybe I put a TV on the fucking ceiling. I almost bought a Clarence TV today so I can put it on my ceiling just because. But there was a crack on the screen, so yeah, fuck whatever. But but it's like just to know that I have it and I can do that is satisfying as enough. I don't really have to actually go do it, and that's like I told you, it's like one of my flaws. Like okay, I could go fucking travel the world. But why, nigga? Like why? Like what I need to do? What I need to do up over there?
I know a couple of people who would argue with you if you were to say that in front of them. And I know this because I've said that in front of them, and then they argued with me.
Who are these people?
I ain't gonna name no names.
Okay, so it's not how. Who, nigga? You already said Hallie, man. Would Hallie say this? I believe she would. You need to live your life, Jit say.
Young, dumb, and broke.
You know, it's just like two different. There's different type of people, and it's been like this since like think about the people you grew up with. There's the people who have to go out to ensure that they are living, that they are alive. Like they need to have shit that they can account for, fucking memories of some dumb shit they did. And then there's motherfuckers like you know me, where it's like, okay, so you at the club every Friday night. Why though? Like, you don't feel like dancing every Friday night. Stop it.
I need to dance and drink and get my ass grabbed
I
again.
need to know. Yeah, I need to know that I'm alive. It's like what the fuck? Like, why do you need confirmation that you're not in the matrix? Like, what's wrong with you? I'm just not that type of person. That's just all right. So so I was like, all right, I got 700 million, right?
Yeah.
I'm probably still going to work the next day. At least for a year. At least. Like not even on some money work to I probably donate the paychecks to whoever the fuck, you know what I mean? But I'm going like ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me what to do, number one. Like number two, if there's an issue, I'll solve it with the money. Sales are down? Okay. Boom. They're not down no more. Good job.
Why you gotta go to work? You trying to prove that you're alive?
No, I think it's because shut the fuck up. It's because okay. All right. All right. That's some shit. Now you done made me argue myself. I'm like, I enjoyed myself. Just going. Like, okay, well, somebody can use that as an argument for going out to the club. And I enjoy myself for going.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is specifically, there are people who just need to feel alive.
I know. I'm just making sure that you stay consistent.
Yeah, no. Well, good job. Wait, you know, all right, let me take my foot out of my mouth.
In my world, going out and being alive is like too risky and like can end up getting you killed.
Nigga, I'm the same. Hey, let's go hiking. Oh, you mean you want to go hiking in the mountain in the forests with the mountain lions and the bears and the dead people? Nope. Now I'm good. I'll just look at some National Geographic and get the exact same thing out of it as I would if I was going to walk in a forest and possibly get killed.
I'm definitely tripping you if the bear pops out. Like for real, I'm tripping the fuck out of you. Like, hey, somebody gotta live to tell a story. It's gotta be me.
All right, so that just makes me. All right, so if I ever go to a wooded area with your ass, I'm making sure that I have a sword of some sort. So if you trip me and I feel like I'm coming down, nigga, I'm cutting one of your foot. I'm cutting one of your feet off, man. So we both getting eaten by this bear.
I've been walking around. I've been walking around with one ankle. I'm good to go. I'm popping the fuck out of it.
I mean, it's cool, but like, I got time to get up and pass you at that point, and I just like, all right, see you later, Kunta. Like, it's you done. It's over for you.
Okay, fair. Here. Let's make the situation more favorable for both of us. We bring Steven and we trip him, so we
What?
can both.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds like a good ass idea.
The only issue is you've seen Steven. Like the bear gonna be like, oh, this little ass. He smell like anime. I don't want this shit. Oh, dry dick ass. I don't want to look at her. Boys built like beef jerky. I don't want none of this.
This is a leather jacket, you old tacky ass nigga. Get out of here. Just kicks him out of the way. Don't even
Then
bother
there's
to go.
like me out there, juicy
Yeah.
couture out there. You know what I mean? Like,
I want them cakes right there. I'm coming for them cakes. Honey buns. Give me those. You know bears like honey.
You know what I think about like the whole like living your life? Like, do you guys ever like remind yourself like you are alive like in a weird way? Like it's almost kind of in a weird sense.
Such as.
Like do you ever forget like you're actually like just caught up in the moment where you just keep on working and working and working? Like you gotta like just take a step back and like, oh shoot, I'm alive.
You mean like autopiloting through a job?
Yes.
I mean, I know that I can like zone out and while I'm working and just like fly through the shit, but at no point, even when like I'm not consciously focused forward on what it is that I'm doing and I'm just like kind of doing it subconsciously, I don't think that I've ever felt the need to remind myself that I'm alive because like my brain doesn't ever go to the point where it's like, oh shit, all right, I need to prove that I'm not a robot. Like, it's just never been a thing that's happened to me before, or it's never been like a thought process before. So I understand what you're saying, but my answer is no.
Did it say?
the same thing, bro. Like, what?
I don't know. It seems like a weird concept to me, or like it's in line with what Jinsei was saying earlier, like needing to feel alive or needing to prove that you're alive. Like I don't, I know what being alive feels like at this point, so like I don't have that problem, and like I don't need to prove that I'm alive by doing something or by like gasp, I'm alive. Let me recognize. No, I already know that I'm alive. And I don't really know where that comes from. I don't know why that's a thing that people go through. Like, why is it a thing? Why do people like have to prove that they're alive? You know, and I know I was just giving Jinsei shit for this, but it's not really something that I've ever given thought to because I don't think it's worth um it's not worth like the mental stress because think about it, like people have been like considering like the human purpose for since the dawn of time, since the aliens came down and put us on this planet. People have been considering, like, what is my purpose? What am I doing here? Why am I here? How do I know I'm alive? All that shit. I've never given any serious thought to that concept, to that topic, unless somebody has like sat down with me and asked me to think about it, and then I humored them. Other than that, like, I'm not an existentialist, so I can't relate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. I can't relate.
Happy Valentine's Day to all our viewership. If you are out there lonely like your name is Steven, don't worry. Your time is coming.
So will you. All right.
Valentine's Day is the worst holiday for me.
Because you gotta buy chocolates.
First of all, Tiffany.
And you know damn well, like, isn't it? You can't just go out and buy a box of chocolates. It's Tiffany we're talking about. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Her cat died on Valentine's Day, and she doesn't like chocolate because she's a culinary arts specialist, or whatever you want to call it.
What is? I mean, I have two culinary diplomas.
Do you have an AA?
What?
You have your AA in culinary arts?
What is AA?
I don't know.
I've never heard that before.
Do you have a bachelor's degree?
It's a trade. It's not a college. There's no bachelor's degree. Are you sure Tiffany is a trained culinarian?
That's what she claims to be, at least.
Huh.
And she said it in front of her mom, so, like, I doubt her mom would lie.
Parents lie for their kids all the time. He didn't do it, officer. He's got a gun on him. He didn't. Put the gun down. He didn't do it. Like, have you ever seen a diploma?
No.
Have you ever seen any sort of credentials to prove her claim?
Nope. I just go by off her word.
Huh. Maybe she was the dishwasher.
Could be.
They put, like, the plates back there with all the food, and it's just like, you got Tiffany back there taking care of it.
Shoot, I know I don't have a diploma or anything like that.
Well, I do. I started my training at in Excelsior Springs, and then went to the Cordon Bleu in San Francisco.
How long were you in San Francisco for?
For about 6 months.
Did you like it?
It was very hot.
You ever hung out with Jinsei?
No. Like, I don't think I knew Jinsei at this point. I knew Abby, and I knew Holly. And I knew, who else did I know? I think it was just Abby and Holly at that point. I didn't know Jinsei or any of the brus, any of the Axiom brus, any of the Buy Mini Rice brus. I didn't know any of them yet.
Are all these friends of yours, are they all like MMO gamers?
Not specifically, or not just MMOs, but yeah, like, we played MMOs back in the day. Didn't you want to talk about MMOs or something?
I think we already, like Jinsei said, I think we already like touched on the subject, but I could be wrong.
I remember he brought up the question in a pre-production meeting, and then I told him, I was like, this is exactly what we said. This is how we answered it. And he was like, dang it.
Dang it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I mean, like, he's been watching Log Horizon. We know this. So he's got some new ideas, some new thoughts on it. Why don't you tell us your ideas? Why don't you tell us your thoughts? Come on, spill it out, Steven. Let us know.
Like,
Inform us.
I kind of like the concept of Log Horizon more so than like Sword Art Online, because like I don't know, like I wanna play, like, you know, like when I'm watching in the anime, I like want to play that game. Like when I was into like Sword Art Online, I'm like, oh man, I wish they would make a game like this, but in like a real MMO kind of style, but exactly like how the anime is. But I feel like Log Horizon does that better. They go in depth more about like the entire system, and I like kind of like that.
Yeah, I don't think that it's something that's going to be made. Um, at least not very soon, because the closest thing that we could probably get to it right now is like virtual reality MMOs, right? Because you need to be able to to see what's going on in front of you, not just like see a top down or a third person camera behind your character. Because like these characters in these MMO based animes, like they have like access commands and they can like pull up screens by like waving their hand in front of them and shit like that. And then they have like a deeper connection to the world around them because they are literally inside of this world. And I think a big part of that is going to be the full dive air quotes technology, which I don't think we're anywhere close to that. We'll probably be dead before that shit come out. Hopefully not. Hopefully when I turn 65 and I retire, they're like brand new technology, full dive system. Oh hell yeah! Time to get these wrinkly ass balls into a fucking virtual MMO, and then me and Jinsei are fucking 16 again, as all anime protagonists tend to be for some reason.
I don't know, was it you or was somebody else who sent it to me? But it's because there's a TikTok and it was like, it was this female. She was like, my boyfriend uttered out loud, was like, how come there's no adult shonen characters? And it was like, it's because like after 25, you ain't got time for that shit. Quest? You got no time for no quest. I need a nap. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it wasn't me, but you did send me that.
Hmm. Might have just been on my For You page. You know, my For You page for TikTok is a titties, some ass, some anime shit, some stock shit, and like hood humor. That's what it is. That's my For You page.
I thought it'd be like 80% TNA.
I mean, I did say those first for a reason.
I'm just saying, like you send 9 out of 10 TikToks that you send me are all just, hey, watch this girl jump around. Not there's anything wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. I'm just pointing that out for everyone else.
And be
This is that.
some big girls that know how to throw that body around. Shit, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
dancing. Man, you feel me? Hey, hey, hey. That's me.
Anyone who's been on TikTok before and has seen the video where it's like the guy who's watching he's watching the TikTok videos where it's the girl doing the body yada 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 bullshit. Like that's Jinsei. He's a nigga who's been like comes out of his room at 4 a.m. one day, just like, damn, how long has it been? And his sister's like, it's been a week. What have you been doing? And he holds up his sticky ass cell phone, and on loop, it's just body yada 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 yada. Right arm strong as fuck. Wait, aren't you left-handed? Or is that Jared?
Yes, I'm left-handed. I'm left-handed.
Isn't Jared left-handed too?
I'm going to say he's ambidextrous because he always trying to be special. You know how to make it.
Left arm strong as fuck.
I am ambidextrous.
Is this true, Jinsei?
I can prove it.
No.
Can you write with both hands?
Yes. Yes, I can.
You can write. I mean, not like I'm not. I mean, anyone can write with both hands, but can you write properly with both
Yes.
hands?
I took cursive in school.
Oh, you mean like everyone else did? Congratulations, homeschooled guy. But that's. I mean, there's a difference between. I don't know. Like you say ambidextrous. You say you're ambidextrous. I want proof.
Well, I write with my left hand, but I eat and everything with my right.
I mean, ambidextry means that you have master of both. You have mastery of both hands. You can do anything with your left that you can do with your right, and vice versa.
I think I could do it.
No. Now you're saying I think,
No, I know I can
nigga.
do it. All right.
Okay. All right. We're gonna see. We're gonna bet on this too.
I'll see Jinsei in the break room tomorrow.
Oh, he gonna fuck you. We're gonna bet on this though.
More betting? I'm gonna go broke.
Yeah. Because you're making claims. Yeah, your mouth is writing checks that your checkbook is gonna have to pay me for. Gimme. All right, we're gonna set this up at a later date though. Body yada 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 yada.
Body yada 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 yada. Look at how body.
Big titties, little waist.
Let me ask you a vague question here.
Go for it.
If you were not in cooking as your profession, and like you didn't know what to do with your life, like work wise, would you work at your local Walmart?
It's not a profession; it's a hobby. Because I'm not a I don't work in cooking. Um, but following your hypothetical, if I were, like, if that was the career path that I was pursuing, solely, and it just wasn't working out, and I couldn't find a job anywhere, would I turn to Walmart? If you had asked me, like, maybe 2 years ago, I'd say like it's a possibility. But now that everybody has COVID, fuck that. No, I ain't going. You keep that COVID shit to yourself.
Honestly, I'm surprised Jinsei got it before I did.
Yeah, because you'd be like touching your face and not wearing a mask and shit. Well, yeah, now you're wearing a mask. That's good. But prior to that, but then again, Jinsei be having his face in everybody's ass. So
I don't know why I find that funny.
You eat booty too, man. Get the fuck out of here.
I get the booty like groceries.
Janae. Sometimes I be wanting me a little woman so I can break her. You know what I mean?
I'm dead.
Have her ass folded up like a pretzel and shit.
All right, fucking murderous ass nigga, you need to stop.
I'm just saying,
Like, you're
man.
gonna implicate yourself. Like somebody's gonna use that to their advantage. They're gonna like find somebody will find a dead body in your backyard, and the homie that like the homie that actually did it with blood on his shirt and shit is gonna be like, hey, I found this dead body back here. Listen to the podcast, and then your ass gonna be in jail.
That's crazy.
All right, I got a topic off the top of my head right now. Are you guys ready?
I guess so.
Would you invest if you had the money hypothetically here? I'm not saying like a ton of money. Like I'm not trying to be like anything, but say like if you could afford like a nice car, not necessarily like a supercar, but like a nice car, would you invest in like an actual like luxury car?
So you're by investing in a luxury car, you're not talking about just buying the car. You're talking about having the money aside for maintenance. Because usually when you're sold a luxury car, you're not sold the car, you're sold the maintenance. They don't make their money off of the car. They make their money off of them working on the car in the future.
but would you ever get like a muscle car or anything like that?
Can't you make any car into a muscle car nowadays?
You can't make a Chevy Cruze into a muscle car.
You put some loud ass fucking exhaust up on that thing.
By the way, is it illegal to like have lights underneath like your tires and stuff like that? I've seen like people do that,
Yeah, it's illegal. It's supposed to be a distraction.
but yeah, people do it.
And the answer is still no, though, Steven.
They have to be a certain color.
Like a few days ago, I saw this like guy on my way home from work have lights all around his like the bottom where like his rim is when you like on the bottom part of the car, and like they were like different, like entirely like different colors.
Don't you remember Paris? They used to work with us.
Yeah, I remember him.
So yeah, this is like his little white car, right? But then the lights underneath, he had them shits where it was like if he was playing Mario Kart, he got the star. That's some dope ass shit. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah, that sounds pretty damn cool. But most states won't throw you in jail or like pull you over, write you a ticket for the shit, as long as the lights are certain. They have to be like either yellow, white, or blue, or something like that. Like there's a very narrow range of colors in most states that they can be, but they're not illegal to have. And then you have the nigga who just like hooks up a bunch of LEDs and puts on a light show when there's no cops around.
I would do that. If the money lines up, I'm definitely getting my Camaro, I think.
Well,
Well,
Bentley.
let me not say definitely because I'm too financially aware of how shit.
Nah, nigga, that's gonna be one of the requirements of working for me, niggas. You gotta have a nice ass car.
I mean, my car. See, look, we working together. Dog. Here you go. Over here trying to enslave me.
Nigga, I'm gonna be the nigga that has the badge on, like the what's that shit that you guys wear with your name on it, like your store tag, whatever the fuck. It's gonna say it's gonna be Cajo, and then underneath it is gonna be HNIC. Nigga, that means that you follow my rules. You have a nice ass car, whether you like it or not.
I mean, nah, I'm down for that. I'm down for that. I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about like in the next 2 months right now. Just me, strictly me. I want to say I'm definitely gonna have my next car, but at the same time, kind of already got 5 cars in front of the house.
Are you serious? 5?
Dude, I got like 5 different cars in front of the house.
Are you gonna be
Guess
paying?
you have to sacrifice half of your bedroom.
No, I ain't doing that. No, I got to. I probably could though if I set it up, but it's like I ain't gonna do that.
Did you see that new Israel 85 video? Did I post that for you?
I don't think you posted it.
Fuck. That shit's funny as fuck. I'm gonna post that shit. Officer Harris Mint. What's your last name, officer? It's Hennick, spelled H''NIC.
Is it worth putting a monthly payment on a car?
Like leasing one?
Yes.
I mean, if you want the car, yeah. Why not? Unless you got the money to just buy one flat out.
Which I probably don't, but
Generational wealth is. What are you talking about, dog?
Huh?
Aren't you the one where your dad set up all you like you've been working in Walmart for what 4 years, Steven?
I'm like shy of 5.
Right, 5 years of making 30,000 a year, and you've only had access to like $5,000 of it every year.
All my
$62.
income is in my mutual funds right now. I'm roughly sitting around like 30,000.
All my money is tied up because my daddy said so. Is what I hear.
So what mutual funds are, it's like you're investing in your
I know what mutual funds are.
little different than the stock market.
Let that man explain. Let that man explain
All
that.
right, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But like
Explain it. Jensen needs to know.
you put like a specific amount of money, like I do like 300 a month out of my income. So like 300 a month goes to my mutual funds, and the amount of time I've been putting, I started like with 4,000 in my mutual fund, and now I'm at like 30,000 within like the course of the time I've been working, and that's gonna just keep on going up and going up. My dad has made over like 100K on mutual funds, and he started later in life than I did, and I'm gonna be making like a couple K, 100K by the time my retirement, and I'll be living off my mutual fund allowance. So I suggest anyone who is listening now put at least $300 a month to a mutual fund account while you are still young.
Young, dumb, and broke. Yeah, fuck paying rent, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck. Get that mutual fund, boy. Get that mutual fund, baby.
I mean, honestly, it's crazy it's crazy to me how much money I already earned, like just by like having it sit there.
Do you know how mutual funds make money?
Not a clue. Enlighten us, Kaho.
Do you have a Roth IRA account?
I don't know what that is.
I suggest you learn. Young, dumb, and broke. Just so you got a 401k, right?
Yeah.
How much money how much money you got in there?
It's one of those things like how I didn't know how much money I was making per hour.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't know. Walmart does a thing to where when you put in 6% of your check, they match it. So it's like, and it's been like 2 or 3 years now. So I don't even
Mm. That's gonna be nice once I get my hands on that.
I mean, I'll have it once I'm gonna have to get rid of it when I quit.
You quitting?
Yeah, let me get that.
I mean, Kaho said we doing business. We doing business.
Gotta make sure.
You gonna tell Steven? You gonna tell your son? What the fuck?
I ain't telling. Nah, remember, it was a room full of managers when I said the shit.
Oh yeah. remember the part the time when he's in there talking to your managers and Steven like sidles up to you. It's like, hey nigga, we need to talk. I know you.
Yeah, you feel me? Like,
Yeah, I know you.
bro, I gotta record myself doing the shit that he do. Dog. Like, it's obvious. Like it's like on some. He's like, I want your attention, but I don't want to do it in front of everybody else.
Oh God.
He'll like lower his head, but he'll linger. So instead of like walking off while we're like in a circle talking about some bullshit that ain't got nothing to do with Steven, instead of him like walking on, he'll lower his head. He'll like, I'm not listening to you guys. I'm just waiting on my opportunity to talk to Brandon. I want to talk to Brandon myself. That's what Steven does.
Man, you better give this boy the time that he needs, man.
I do, and I make sure I say goodbye to him every time when I leave work too.
You almost skipped it today, though.
Here you go.
Ooh, calling you out, nigga.
But he looked back and nodded, so he passes.
I came back and gave you a fist bump. Like I always do. Shut the hell up. Anyway, since we're 2 hours in, and
We're good. We can. You know, let's.
I got my questions. We're gonna do the question.
You have no idea where that fist has been. Oh yeah, you got questions. Let's see other questions.
These questions are from. What do we say we were gonna call him?
Uh, fuck. What did I say? He was like honey bear or something like that.
Yeah,
Call this
yeah,
nigga
yeah.
honey bear.
A little sugar plum. I'm gonna call him a little sugar plum.
Sugar bear. We're gonna call him Sugar
Sugar
Bear.
bear,
Yeah, yeah,
sugar
yeah.
bear. Okay, okay.
Yeah, split the difference.
No, I got his nickname. This is Chills. This is the Chills questions. He hate that shit. I had this for shit he hate. Chills.
All right, let's hear it.
Squirrel man himself. Oh my god. Anyway, so my guy, you feel me? He part of the Elemental P community, and he loved me. He be loving on me and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like he appreciates me.
Mm-hmm.
He he back in the day he got in a fight with a squirrel. He lost.
Nigga, what?
Yeah, he was in his backyard and his dad seen the squirrel back there. So he's like, "Hey, come here, come here, come, come here real quick, come look." Knowing that he's scared of nature to some degree, right? So they get out there to the backyard, sliding glass door, and Chill steps forward with the squirrel, right? And Dad slinks back into the house and closes the door. Right? So natural reaction, squirrel's like, what the fuck? But he's like, what the fuck? And like he's like his back is to the glass door. So he tells me that the squirrel takes off running, right? And then in the middle of the squirrel running, the squirrel is like, hey, my mama ain't raised no bitch. And does a fucking backflip off of the fence, like launches itself off of the fence in his direction to attack him. That boy almost passed out. He almost passed out. I had to tell this. Like that is some crazy ass shit. Bro, when he told me that shit, bro, I think we were closing the store, and I think I was in the middle of the store laughing on the floor. I was cracking the fuck up. Like you couldn't get me, you couldn't get any help out of me. That's some like he got so many stories, some stupid shit. It's like it's crazy. He'll
Wait,
come over here eventually.
how how old was this man when this shit happened? He was a boy, right? Like a little boy.
Yeah, he had to be like probably like I want to say 10, but at the same time he could have been 17. It just at the same time he could have been 17. So I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume he passed out of fucking fear and exhaustion. Anyway, he gave me 5 questions because I've been pestering him for like 2 months now to give me questions. But
His dad just like slides back into the house like Homer Simpson slides back into that bush.
he slides into the house and it tells everybody to come look and see because the shit gonna be funny. Like, you know what I mean? That's one dad shit right there. But yeah, so asking him for 2 months for questions, but he was like, Steven, he don't really agree with Steven. So
Wait, who is this?
Well, duh.
this is the one that wants to beat up Steven.
Wait. Never mind. Go ahead.
So these are like, he just wants to know some shit about y'all. What is your number one? What is your favorite song right now?
Let's see. What song do I catch myself singing the most? Um Okay. It's a song this song is kind of been stuck with me for like 3 weeks now. And it's because it reminds me of my siblings. Or it reminds me of anyway, it mostly reminds me of siblings, but it's a song called Simple Back Then.
You posted this on like Facebook, right?
Yeah. I posted that one. It was a couple weeks ago. But yeah, like that it's just been fucking like haunting me. Like I think it was in one of my dreams too. Like, but yeah, that song right there, making me all emotional and shit. Steven,
I've been listening to some oldies.
you didn't ask what you've been listening to. You asked what is your favorite song right now.
Probably Coldplay. Flow, I think it is. No, let me look.
Steven over here fucking shit up.
Hey, so apparently, this nigga fat fingered a key or something, or Tiffany was there. Whatever. We lost.
But
We lost a couple minutes there, but we back on. Steve, better not forget to fucking stitch this together this time.
Don't
Because
worry,
the
I
last
will.
time he's supposed to stitch the videos, he never done it. Supposed to do it for like 3 different videos. But what were we talking about? We was talking about favorite songs, and I believe it was Steven's turn to answer the question. So, Steven, what is your current favorite song?
Probably Lost and the Echoes from uh, Linkin Park.
Wait, what's the name of the song?
Lost and the Echo.
Lost and the Echo. Let's see. Lost in the Echo, fool. Okay, so Lost in the Echo. It's Linkin Park, so it's garbage. But yeah, I hope that answers your boy's question. Did he want like clarification as to why we like these songs?
I'm assuming, given how he thinks, he's gonna like judge you based off of your answer.
Okay.
And then I have like 2 songs that I play. I play them back to back by the same artist. So it's Brent Faye, and then the name of the songs are "Dead Man Walking" and "Poison."
Poison?
Oh, I
Like
heard.
Belle Biv DeVoe?
Uh, it's like a how do I explain? Because it's like an emotionally charged song based off of like a relationship with a woman.
Miss her, kiss her, love her.
So it is kind of like that.
Ah. Fires.
And it's strange because like there's like nobody who the song is particularly about, but it's just oh my god, the way it just makes me feel like I get so light skinned. You feel me? I'd be like straight up, I'd be singing. Oh, way to work. You know, you gotta get your mood right. You feel me?
Uh-huh. Believe it or not, I happen to be light skinned too, you know.
Let's get your blood mixed.
I'm not gonna.
I mean, you can be alone in this fucking this is this fucking light skin boat if you want to.
No. The light skin company, not company. Party is very welcoming to anybody who wants to be on this side.
Man, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's. I'm sorry, that was dark skin behavior. I won't do that again.
Yeah, fucking Io over there, like, got him, got him.
We gotta bring that boy back.
What's this? The second one. Second question.
Hold on. I'm sorry. What did Steven just say?
So we gotta bring that boy back.
Okay, I thought he said we got to bring Dark Boy back.
Okay, I'm not racist or anything like that.
I'm not racist, but all right. Second question.
Second question is, what is your zombie apocalypse action plan?
Oh, did we go through this already? This is a good.
I don't think so.
Can I go first?
Go first.
So, the first 3 months of this, right? I'm gonna buy like if are we allowed like in this apocalypse plan? Like we know this is coming, right? And the world's not fully turned yet. If like we see this stuff happening on the news and whatnot, like basalts happening here and there, and more basalts start happening, and everybody just starts turning into zombies. Is it zombies or is it just any apocalypse?
Nigga,
the traditional zombies. Come on,
Okay, so if it was
eat
zombies,
your brains.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, so I said this all depends on what kind of zombies we talking about. We talking about some fast ass,
no, we're talking.
like We talking about fast ass zombies from fucking I Am Legend? Or we talking about zombies from like Walking Dead?
Walking Dead. I don't see how like zombies.
Nick, you don't get to answer that question. What did he say?
He didn't give me an answer, but he said answer for both, essentially.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Steven, your turn.
Anyways, they would be like Walking Dead type of zombies because I don't think that like the fast ass zombies would be like a whole thing. Like like why would they be zombies but that fat, like, that smart? They'd be kind of dead and like stupid. But anyway, I'll barricade my house where I currently live in and make it look like abandoned and stuff, like boarded up and everything like that. I would just camp in my room and then have like my shotguns and my stuff all ready until after the whole scenario goes down, and then I'll start venturing out and scavenging for food and whatnot, staying out of plain sight. You never want to go just on an open road because I feel like other predators and other humans will shoot you down. So stay off the grid and try not to run across any other people.
Okay, now what about the fast zombies?
That's a hard one. I never had to deal with that.
You've never had to deal with regular zombies either. Also, weren't the zombies in I Am Legends weren't they more like vampires than zombies?
You probably like aesthetically, but they were zombies.
And like they couldn't venture out into the light because it would kill them, and like they would suck blood.
I don't think they suck blood.
Flesh.
They really killed people.
Just like rip you apart. That's it. It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
Like aesthetically, they look like vampires. I want to say the whole like he really did traverse in the daytime and never really. I want to say like his first interaction there was like a parking garage, so it's like shielded from the sunlight. So you might be right, but then the last scene, I don't know. I thought it was like daytime. It wasn't nighttime when they attacked.
Like it was daytime because like one of them like they had a level of intelligence if I remember correctly, and like one of them it must have been his wife or something before they were turned by this vaccine that fucked them up. And like his wife was like trapped, or like Will Smith had his wife or something like that, and he was just
to see if it worked.
Yeah, and he was just like beating on the window and shit, and he was out in the sun and it was burning him. But he was like, he had that level of intelligence. He's like, "Hey, woman, mine, beat window, try get in."
I got like 50,000 of my niggas here too. Jump you afterwards. Yeah. But anyway, wait, are you still answering or no? Because I'm thinking either way, Steven's dead. Look, first of all, this man said shotgun. His little brittle arms is not gonna help him. He gonna Kevin Hart himself into a wall and get ate by zombies.
Food.
I got the shotty. Ah!
Food for thought here. Do you guys want to know a true secret that I have never revealed to anyone?
You're gonna reveal your true secret on the podcast? Okay, go ahead.
I don't want to, but we're coming down to it.
Sure, go ahead. Let everybody know.
I cannot shoot a gun. With the way my hands are structured, when I tried pulling the trigger, I can barely like pull it. Like I can shoot it, like, but I can't manhandle it like other people can.
You can't handle the recoil.
Not even that. It's like my position of I'm not double jointed or anything like that. My hands are very they're not stubborn, but they're like very I don't know the right word for it, but they're like very stiff.
Huh.
I can move
them. The grip strength to pull the trigger, Kaho.
Okay, so it is probably like the ligaments in your fingers are probably fucked, or your hand, I should say, not your fingers. All right, so Jinsei was right. You're fucked. You're gonna die. All right, Jinsei, what was your answer?
Hey, so the precursor of knowing the shit is about to happen, that's huge. Because if you know it's about to happen, okay, you have some preparation time. When we talking about 3 days of preparation, I'm definitely hunkering down with like somebody I know who is well equipped for this situation. So somebody of extreme caucasity who's been building for this case, for this shit for like years. You feel me? And I know somebody who I work with somebody who has been ready, and he's always said, "Hey, when this shit goes down, come up to the house. I got you. You one of the few people I'm gonna let in." I'm like, "Bet." You feel me? So he's like, bring your gumbo recipe with you. You know what I mean? Like that's how he is. But yeah. So that okay. That's if 3 days. We talking about on the spot type shit. I was just thinking about this the other day. So look, so my neighbor had these dogs, right? They got these dogs, like little ugly ass little mini pits, whatever. I don't even know what they are. Bulldogs. They ugly as fuck, right? It's like three of them. It's like four of them, and then they got like puppies. So they break through my fence, right? I got one dog in the backyard, and then one dog on my side yard. You know what I mean? Because my German Shepherd's on the side. My brother's dog is in the backyard because my German Shepherd be wild. Um, and so they break through, and I'm thinking that it's my dog and my brother's dog fighting because I hear my brother's dog hollering. No, these fucking dogs are jumping my dog, right? So this is like a compound story because the intelligence of my German Shepherd, number one. So the side yard is connected to my room, and then that's a door, and then there's other door, and then there's the glass door that leads to the backyard, right? So I'm out there screaming and shit, right? And he hears the other dogs, so he assumes that I'm getting chewed up. So the motherfucker opens up. Look, my dog opens up the side door and then opens my room door, turns the knob and opens my room door, and then comes out to the backyard and is like, "What the fuck going on here?" But I know how he would be. He would probably try to kill those dogs. But yeah, so I shoo off the dogs, right? Shoo off the dog. And I realized because the dogs are like staying in my backyard. I done brought my brother's dog in the house. I done shoot my dog back into the house, let him know I'm all good. I ain't getting jumped. And I realized I ain't got no weapons. I don't have a fucking bat in my house. You know what I mean? Like I don't have a bat. I don't have some shit to where it's like, yeah, damn, I might have to get something. You know what I mean? But I don't have anything to like shoot these dogs back up over to like if they like tried to bite me, I could fuck them up because
the glizzy.
Not the glizzy. That's my what? It's the only weapon I have. But yeah, like so if that shit just hits and I'm like in the house, I'm gonna fight for my life, but I think I'm fucked, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Or preparation time. Either way, I think I'm fucked. Like for real. But if we get preparation time, I know there's a base that's like nearby. It's only like 20, 25 miles. The homie laid out the plan. Go to the base, scoop up everything you can get, raid the fucking base, and then build you a fucking Fortress of Solitude.
How old is your dog?
I've been working at Walmart for 6 years. So he's like 5.5 years old. That's my boy. That motherfucker opened up the door, was like, y'all ain't gonna be jumping on Brandon. What the fuck?
Do you walk him all the time?
Not all the time. Not all the time.
All right, so Jinsei is he's gonna do some Fortnite shit. Build up his defenses. Me, nigga, like if zombie apocalypse. All right, so if this shit goes down and the world goes post-apocalyptic, as it usually does, that means you can't like play video games, can't turn on a TV because zombies are attracted to noise. There ain't no internet because there ain't nobody to fucking keep the servers up and shit. Like all the fine bitches probably got turned into zombies. Like I'm just be like, fuck it, I'm a zombie now. Just throw my ass to the zombies. Like I wouldn't want to live in a fucking zombie apocalypse. I wouldn't want to. That'd be miserable as fuck. I'd be like, hey, tell everybody I love them, and then just hop my ass over the fence into the zombie horde.
That sounds ridiculously hilarious. I get the sentiment, but that shit sounds hilarious.
There ain't nothing to do. Like the whole like survivalist bullshit. Like I get that that's exciting to some people, but it's not exciting to me. Like I get nothing from that. Like okay, I'm a survivor. I went up into a mountain and I lived in a cave, sucking on water that came down from some fucking from the rooftop for 6 days. Like that shit don't. There ain't no glory in that shit to me. I don't give a fuck about that. Like I'd rather like that's like going hiking. Like it's in the same vein. Like I get nothing out of going hiking. Like if I wanted to do cardio, I got a gym that I can go to. I don't need to go fucking hiking in the woods. I don't care like nature like none of that shit. None of that shit like calls to me. Neither does surviving. Like if all the things that I enjoy are fucking gone, nigga, just end it. Just take me out.
What if you surviving is the only thing keeping your loved ones surviving?
Like, I'd have to ask them like, hey, like, is it really worth living though? Like, can't we just be zombies?
maybe you become maybe you turn into a zombie and then like you retain some intelligence and you become the zombie king.
The zombie king. When there a show about something like that, like there was a chick who became a zombie, but she kept her intelligence, and like she's walking around, and like all the other zombies recognize her as a zombie, but they're all, and she's like, close your mouth.
Like, was it like, so what? I'm a zombie now.
No, you're thinking, so what? I'm a spider. But it was like it was an American show. I'm pretty sure it was on Netflix or something. I don't know. Like if I could become a zombie and retain my intelligence, then I'd probably be like, oh shit, I'm a zombie now. Hey, somebody kill me. I'm rotten over here. Blast my head off, please. This is not fun.
So are you like I get the sentiment, like truly I do. And I told you I got the homie who was like when we were fucking 17, 18, or whatever, however old we were. And they were talking about flying cars being, something and something soon that's gonna happen. He was like, I ain't gonna lie, if cars start flying and shit, I want to be dead. I was like, what? It's like, yeah, I don't think I want to be alive for that shit. I was like, I bet, I get it.
And I don't really know what his reasoning was though, but I mean, like I said, my reasoning is all the things that I enjoy doing right now are pretty much gone. Like, hey, turn the lights on. No, who's working at the power plant? Not me. I ain't no motherfucking electrician. I ain't no electric engineer. I don't know how to maintain that shit. So I got no air conditioning. It's hot as fuck. I ain't got no heat. It's cold as fuck in the winter. I got no source of entertainment except for like if I find Steven and just beat him up every now and then. Like I ain't got no entertainment. I ain't got nothing to live for.
What if your new video game is as a zombie, you just chase Steven?
Like, hey, anybody smell that? Like, yeah, that's us. What do you mean? Like, we can't take showers because it'll attract zombies. Like, fuck no. I ain't got no reason to be alive. You're trying to smell like fucking nasty ass people just who are just like clinging to life. Just submit yourself to the zombie gods. So fuck it.
Wouldn't that be hilarious? Like,
You
hypothetical.
crack me up, dog.
What?
What if like after like you go like sacrifice yourself to the zombie king, like the apocalypse ends and they find a cure?
Shit. Then that was a bad gamble on my part. Oh well. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
This man jumps over the fence, gets on top of the fence, and fucking stands up there, balances himself, and was like, "Time for me to become one with the whole." And as he fucking lands, everybody reverts back to human beings because magical shit happens. That's some bullshit. Now you got broken pinkies, toes.
God damn, not the pinky toes.
Hey, so okay. His next question is you fucking stupid guy. His next question is very broad. I think actually, yeah. This one and the last question is very broad. Oh no, actually he gave me like 7 more. What are your thoughts on breakfast food?
Love it.
It's not a thought.
Can I put some input here?
That's why you were asked a question.
This is how you make the perfect breakfast, okay?
Oh God, that's not. Go ahead.
You get some pancakes going. Just regular mix, it doesn't matter. Then you get some hash patties, some one that we sell at work, like Walmart. We get like little like hash patties, air fry them. Then you get some sausages, Jimmy Dean's work just fine, and bacon. And then you put peanut butter on your pancake and you pour syrup on it and you chow down.
All right,
That sounds terrible.
So in general, I think breakfast foods they're like the best and the worst. Because like I can have a bowl of cereal any time of day. Have a bowl of cereal. But I'll be damned if somebody tries to make me some eggs for fucking dinner. Like if somebody's like, "Hey, let's have breakfast for dinner," I'm like, "All right, you got some cereal? If they ain't got no cereal, I don't want it." But like
You can do waffles for dinner?
no, I couldn't.
I could.
But if it's just like when it's breakfast time, and people are like, "Hey, let's have leftovers from last night." Like, get the fuck out of here. We having breakfast. Like when it's within its time frame, breakfast is the king, and I fucking love breakfast foods. Um, like most especially because you can take almost any combination of breakfast foods that you actually like cook, and you can put them together. Like they're so versatile. Fucking, you take eggs, potato, bacon, sausage, whatever the fuck, and then just like wrap that shit in a burrito, in a tortilla, or put it on a sandwich, and it all works very well. Um, or you can, just platter that shit up and eat it separately like a fucking weirdo. Me personally, I prefer to have my breakfast foods, excluding things like pancakes and waffles and shit. But everything else, like all the proteins and shit, I prefer to have them all put together on a sandwich or in a tortilla, like a breakfast burrito. Mm. Like it's making me want to go against what I just said and go make some breakfast shit right now. But that can wait till tomorrow. In general, though, I am a big fan of breakfast foods. Um, they are like it's like the least effort type of food, and if you know what you're doing, you can turn that shit into a masterpiece. Whereas like dinner takes fucking hours to make.
I echo all the same sentiments, with the exception of I believe I can do breakfast at any given time.
Fucking Neanderthal.
Any given time. And then if we're talking waffles to pancakes, then waffles are definitely superior.
I disagree.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's fair because it means you're wrong and I'm right.
Whatever.
Cool, good.
I don't butter down my waffles or my pancakes either. I can't do that.
Fuck, why?
I just don't.
You don't like the taste of butter?
I don't know if it's that. If it's just like I just maybe I. Okay, so instead of buttering it down, I just smother the shit in syrup. Like I'm really like the sauce guy. Like it's like, hey, if the sauce on the sandwich is good, I need more of that. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
That's how I am with like all my condiments. Smother me in condiments.
Yeah. I like I mean, like when you put butter on your waffles or your pancake or whatever, like it adds that savoriness to it. And then like you put the sweetness on it too. Like that's my shit right there. Like I love the combination of flavors. They play so well with each other. And like um because of the fact that they go so well together, it just means that I don't have to put as much syrup because I want to taste both of them together in harmony. Sexual chocolate.
I think that's what we do for lunch tomorrow. I'm gonna go for lunch.
Mm.
My lunch is at like 11 o'clock.
I'm gonna have to get up and make myself a good ass breakfast. Thank you, Sugar Bear, for asking that question. Would you call him Smooth or something?
No,
Jag.
chills. Chills.
Chill. Thank you, Mr. Chills. Now I'm enthusiastic for breakfast tomorrow.
Chills. You can call him Chungo.
Cool.
All these nicknames, you feel me, that his family gives him. They tell me about it because they want me to embarrass him.
Beanchy Chungo. What's the next
Next question.
question?
If the last thing you ate was your last meal, would you be happy with it?
What did I eat last?
I had a burrito, a fire burrito. It was nice. If it was the last thing I ate, I don't know if I'd be happy about it though.
I had a regular burrito for uh, lunch/dinner. My mom made me.
I think I had a bowl of Frosted Flakes. So no, to answer the question, no, I would not be satisfied with that. Nah, nigga, I'm gonna want if I like for a final meal, like I want something extravagant. Extravagant. Like I want a good ass steak. It's gotta be marinated in like or not marinated, but basted in like an herb butter. You know, I want that. I want some good ass mashed potatoes on the side. Nigga, I want my steak to be like wrapped and grilled in bacon. Damn, I'm getting hungry. Why are we talking about food? Why is this nigga asking food questions? Fucking me
I,
up.
oh, and then he's like, "What's your feelings on hash browns?"
Oh, no question. Hash browns are a bomb.
I always sub out the hash browns for fries.
I'm like 50-50 on hash browns. I think when they're made correctly, they're really good. But I mean, there's always something better than hash browns though. Like if there was no other choice, I'm not gonna like turn my nose up at hash browns. You know, I'm gonna take them, I'm gonna eat them. But like, you know, like I'd rather have like biscuits and gravy or something. Because hash browns is like and if I had to have potato, I'd rather have mayonnaise rather than hash browns or like fucking I like to cube potatoes up and then you know just cook them in. Well, first you soften them, but then you know some butter, some fucking salt, pepper, you know, just basic ass shit. I'd rather have that than hash browns because hash browns tend to retain a lot of grease, and I don't like that.
Grease gives you acne.
It explains a lot, doesn't it? And that, you hash brown eating motherfucker.
All right, so what's the last 5 things that you Google?
Are you supposed to look at our search history now? Oh no.
Last 5 things that I googled. One is Lost in the Echo because of fucking um Steven. Prior to that was the Division Hunter lore. I was trying to figure out like if anybody knows anything about hunters yet. Nobody's gonna know what I'm talking about. Prior to that, it's Taco Bell. Prior to that, it's Bank of America. And then prior to that, it's Golden Cactar.
Mine are based off of the conversation we had. Do you have your AA? And then how to mine Bitcoin. USB-C to USB-A. Just Lane Jobless Reincarnation. And IG Baddest Alexa. What is it? Yeah, Baddest Lexus. Yeah.
Baddest Lexus.
I'll show you.
All right, you guys ready for mine?
Yeah.
YouTube.
For you specifically, I want you to screenshot it because I don't believe anything you said.
Oh my gosh.
Do it. Do it, pussy boy.
I'm no pussy. Yeah, I'll even prove that it's what I'm searching.
God damn.
I'll go even a little further.
Ma'am, are you wearing bottoms? Of course I'm wearing bottoms. How you doing?
Bam. I had to grab the thumbnail from the landing page.
What the fuck? This ain't. Go to Google.
Yeah, this is my search.
No. This is your most recent closed tabs, motherfucker. This is not your search.
That's where I'm at though.
You open up Google.
Okay.
And then click in the search box and it'll drop down and show you your last 5 searches. Don't type anything.
Exactly. And just screenshot that with your goofy ass. My God.
Half of these don't even make sense.
It don't matter. Just screenshot the shit. Quit being a bitch.
Okay, how do I save it? Like,
what do you mean, how do you save it? You just took a fucking screenshot a second ago. You know how to take a screenshot.
I try to go over and take a screenshot. But it...
Just click in the search bar. It'll drop it down. And then you just hit your screenshot button. Quit trying to stall for time so you can delete evidence, motherfucker.
No, I don't care about deleting the evidence. I'm not a pussy, but I cannot. So when I click it, my thing, it clicks me out of my thing. Is there a way to go see my last 5?
All right, here's what you do. Turn on your screen sharing thing right now. Come on. Come on.
I don't even know why some of these are on here.
YouTube Save Thumbnack, Knee, Streamlabs OBS, Yafoo,
Oh, for YouTube.
TW apostrophe, PayPal.com, and Star Transparent. The fuck have you been searching?
Well, I'm doing like thumbnails and stuff like that, so I needed a star reference, but I needed it to be transparent, so I was gonna go steal the star on Google and put it in my thumbnail.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Go back to the fucking stream, Steven. Don't pause that shit.
What do you mean? I already showed you.
Go back. All right. Go to the 3. Nah, motherfucker, stop. Go to the 3 dots up there. Over there. No, up. All to the way to the right. The 3 dots. Go to history. Okay. That's it. Nah, motherfucker, what you doing? What you doing? Go to history.
Okay.
All right, here. No, motherfucker.
I'm not a pussy. I'm not a pussy.
Open that shit back up.
You fucking pussy.
Oh my gosh. All right, fine.
Hold on, I'm about to give you some specific instructions. Hold on.
and nothing to worry about.
All right, bet. Okay. So look, as you're on that page, just hit Control H right now.
What does that do?
Just hit Control H.
Okay.
Nah, get off of that. Click the screen. Okay, now hit Control H.
Control what?
Control H. No. Okay. Scroll down, motherfucker. Scroll down. Hey, scroll down. Scroll down. Hey, God, you see this pussy ass motherfucker?
Yep. I ain't no pussy, you pussy ass bitch.
We said 5, not in my entire life.
Who the fuck is Minnie?
Yeah, hey, did you peep that too? That man be stalking Shorty on the Twitter.
Who the fuck is Minnie, Steven?
Don't worry about it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Some anime stuff.
Yeah, whatever the you fucking pussy.
Anywho. Oh my gosh. Okay, Brandon, let's see you do yours then. Come on.
Oh, we should talk about I do everything incognito, baby. There ain't no history. That shit on Google is from my phone, to be honest.
So you're saying that you locked down the computer that much when you're not there?
What you say?
You lock your computer like all the way down?
No. In fact, Kaho hit me up earlier saying how come my computer was still active, how come I wasn't at work. But it's because I had one of my buttons pressed down.
Now he's saying he uses incognito mode so that he doesn't have to worry about locking his computer down.
Do you use a VPN?
Because incognito doesn't save your history. And no, what the fuck? No VPN.
That's all I got from Chills, from Chongo.
Pinche chango.
We're gonna have Chills on the podcast anytime soon.
Hopefully. He gonna just yell at you for like an hour and Kaho gonna sit here and clap.
Hey man, Chango, man, you should come to the podcast, man. I'd like to hear you yell at Steven. I'll help you out too, man. We can yell at him together. I'll call you Chango, you call me Cajo.
I think I know who this is. I'm not gonna name.
You probably
names.
don't.
Don't he say that about every single person that you mention, like in a vague way?
Well,
like, I bet I know who this is. There's like every single time. And then you give him a chance to guess, and you're like, no, like, dang it.
Yeah. Kyle, what's your predictions on War of the Visions live stream today? What they gonna announce?
I have no fucking idea. Like, I've never watched anything from them before. Like, the person that I get all my information from is you when it comes to War of the Visions.
My guess is they either do something global exclusive so they can wait 2 more weeks to release Marvel and Elsa Ray, or however you say her name. Or they push them up this week and they do something global exclusive in 2 weeks.
You don't think they're gonna do like Chinese New Year week 2 or whatever the fuck?
That'll be a part of it, but at the same time, like that's gonna be going on, and it's gonna be going on adjacent to the planned event. Whether it's global exclusive or it's those characters coming out.
Elsa Ray. Is she gonna be UR?
Yeah, they're both UR.
Okay. Oh, like I saw her her the limit break ability, whatever the fuck. I don't like that. I don't like her limit break. It's stupid. Like, she just like thick as fuck, and that's cool, but her limit break is dumb as fuck. Bitch falls asleep on you.
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be part of her appeal.
She could fall asleep on me, but like as an attack, it looks stupid. And I know that's just yo waifu, but I'm a fucker first.
Oh shoot.
You act like I can't share.
Hey, DMs stay DMs, my boy.
Like, do you know what the Eiffel Tower is?
It's just YouTube stuff. Okay, that's all.
Fuck is he? What? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Carry on. We are about the 2 hour and 30-minute mark.
Yeah, we should probably wrap it up, Caho.
All right. Episode 18. Then, episode 18. Talked about zombies and some shit. We didn't cover almost any anime. Like we only covered it tangentially. We were talking about the whole MMO shit. But we'll catch up on that next week. If you liked what you heard, especially me, check us out at on our social media. It's gonna be down in the description box. Give us a like, perhaps a subscription. Keep coming back. Hit that bell so that you can be notified whenever our videos go up. Check out Steven's anime review channel at Anime Alley. He's gonna be trying some new shit here pretty soon, so put some eyes on that.
And then, to get a video with 500 views recently, Steven. That ain't no small accomplishment.
How much you pay for that?
$10.
Don't actually admit that. They will fuck your channel up if you admit that shit. But yeah, check us out. Leave us some questions or something. Like, hit me up on Twitter. Slide in my DMs if you a fine ass foxy mama, like Elsrael.
When you find out you can make me laugh, slide in my DMs. I'm slide straight in your ass.
Yeah. That one's for you, Chango. Yeah. This is a pretty all over the place type of episode this time. We didn't really buckle down on anything, but I enjoy these type of episodes the most. If you enjoy this shit, let me know, because we are trying to see which direction we're gonna go with all this. So some input from the people who do watch us loyally, I might suggest, or I might add. Let us know what you think. Like, do you like this like freeform shit? Do you like when we like structure it around the anime one way or another? Do you like the banter? Do you like the randomness? What do you like? Let me know. Let us know. Other than that, the only thing that we got to do now is hand the ball to Jinsei and let this nigga run it into the end zone and then slam dunk a 3-point field goal.
Ayatunde Skeety Bobo, because I fucking hate this nigga. Like, my God.